Today we're working on my mom. We're doing a bronzy, mature skin makeup look, and we're going to give all the tips, and if you have any questions throughout, I think that would be really helpful for the viewers. Okay, do you have anything on your skin right now?
I have the AGEI.
Okay.
And then
Like an eye cream?
yes.
Okay.
And then I have the clear hydration, also SkinCeuticals.
Okay.
It's a clear.
So moisturizer, eye cream, but that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll use our Ilia just as a little primer. We're going to tap this into her skin.
Now, does the primer help with pores, like for the makeup settling in the pores, or?
The one I'm using, there are pore filling primers. This one is just kind of acting as like a hydrating base for your makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And hydration's one of the best things for all skin, but especially mature skin. When it's dry, that's when it starts, looking
cakey and ick. Okay, is there SPF in this?
No, not in this one.
All right.
But I can put something on top to do SPF. So let's try this one. We'll put this all over. I've never actually done this full face on a client, but I have done it on myself. So we'll do the Color Science Glow. It's a 50 SPF Glow Shield. So this is what it looks like. Let me use my makeup brush to kind of pat this in. I'm going to use my makeup brush to pat this in.
Should I get a brush for this? Because usually I just apply with my finger or a sponge. Brushes are better.
It's up to you. I like using either a sponge or a brush on myself because I feel like I can use less product and get it all over better.
Mm-hmm.
But if you feel like you do a good job on making sure you get it everywhere just with your hands, then that's really fun. I use a brush on myself and on my clients, though. Just because I feel like I can move it easier.
Mm-hmm. What brush are we using?
This is a Amazon Makeup by Mario dupe. It's called Jessup. And there's a pack of brushes. I use a lot of them. And this one's more dense, but still has some fluff. And this one's just dense. So I've been kind of rotating back and forth. The more dense one is going to move it, but in a smaller amount. The fluffy brush is going to do a more broad, so I can do this and it kind of blends it more.
Yeah.
But the dense one is like actually moving the product. So now I'm going in with my Fenty concealer and we're putting this all over your lid for a base. This will make it more blendable, your shadows that we put on.
This is only kind of one shade.
No. There's a lot of shades because you can use this as your concealer. It's a concealer. I'm using it as a shadow primer. I like to use like a light shade in case you want to do a more dramatic light to dark because you can always put powder over it to make it darker if it's too bright. But if you like more of the like light to dark, it doesn't have to be like a black smoky eye. But even like today we're doing bronze smoky eye, but we're not doing something crazy. Still going light to dark, but it's like a medium. Anyways, but you can always just do one shade all over like a neutral.
Mm-hmm.
So gonna use my Mario palette that's been used quite a bit. We're going to start with this neutral shade all over her lid, and then you can barely see it. We'll go in with these two, and we might pop some shimmer in. We'll see. Starting with the lightest color all over the lid. This is necessary that you put one powder shade that's light all over on top of the concealer. If not, everything. This first is, the concealer is really sticky. So I'm taking those medium dark shades on her lower, or not the lower lash line, but as low as I can on the lash line. And then I do a couple little taps there and do little tiny circles up to the crease. And don't go any higher than the crease. The blending motion will get it slightly above, but you don't want like dark brown way up here by your eyebrow. And then stop halfway on the eye, and that way you still have that depth going light to dark. And then I just kind of blend it out with a fluffy brush once I like the colors. And always blend away from the inner corner.
But when you're blending, will it not push some of the dark shade up a little bit?
Yes, it will, and that's a little bit's okay. You just don't want it like dark brown up by your eyebrow.
Okay.
Because you want it to be blended, so you wouldn't want it just like all of a sudden it to be dark, but just a little above, not too much. Using the Westman Atelier eyeliner, it's this really pretty chocolate brown, and I know she likes liner, so we're gonna add some.
But did you notice I've been trying to not do stuff on the bottom?
Yeah. I did.
It doesn't bother me so much now. At first it did.
Okay, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona concealers, mixing a couple of shades. And with mature skin, we want to use as little amount of product, but still get the coverage that you want for the makeup to last all day. But we also don't want it to sit in fine lines, because that's when it starts to look cakier. So as little as possible with as much bang as we can. So I like to use a flat concealer brush. I'm blending these shades together. Look up with your eyes. We're going to start with, I like to say like this is like an arrow. So an arrow going to your like inner corner. So I do an arrow kind of going, can you see in here? Like this.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Like following the socket.
Right. And then I just kind of tap it up and blend it together with my brush. And we did such a little amount that it's not going to add too much product each time I'm tapping. And you can use your finger for this too. Just make sure you don't grab too much product on your finger either. I like putting it on my hand because I feel like it kind of warms up the product a little bit. But it doesn't really matter. Whatever works for you.
And are this brush and the other skinny brush, was that in the pack that you got?
No, these aren't in the pack. This is a Morphe brush, so you can get it at Ulta.
Okay.
Brush here. And I'm also going to use these, and I'm going to highlight just her T-zone and then maybe her jawline. Of course, I'm using my Patrick Ta Cream and Powder Bronzer Duo. We're going to start with cream, and then once I get all my cream products finished, I will go on top with the powder.
How do you like Patrick?
I just like that they're duos. I like the shades, and I like that it has cream and powder both.
Okay, like if I opened that and looked at it, I would say that was a little dark for me. So don't be intimidated by that.
No. And I mean, just going light with the amount on the brush, like that's how much is on there. So, and I start at your hairline, right under the peak of your cheekbone. So we'll start your hairline, and I kind of just do like little taps to kind of know where I want to do it, and then from there I do the little circles, and then you can bring it all over to your forehead, and you can look in the mirror and you can see that it's not too dark. Can you see?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So not too crazy. And then I just blend it up through your hairline into your jawline. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. I went ahead and already did the blush and forgot to hit record. But I went very light taps into the cream, and I started here, just doing little taps. And the same thing on the other side. Very light taps. Putting the blush exactly where I want it, and then I use this part of the fluffy brush again to blend everything out. And again, just little taps with like the smallest push motion with the tap. Tap and push, but like micro. So we are in Houston, so that means that it's humid. I'm going to do a very light amount of powder, just in the spots that I know people tend to get more shiny quicker. But just a little, because we don't want it to look cakey. So, T-zone and maybe a little on the jawline just to make sure makeup lasts all day, because I do notice when makeup starts kind of soaking into the skin or getting wiped off, it's always around the jawline. Okay, now we can use our powders. Now that we had powder on her face, we'll start with the powder bronzer, doing exactly how we did it last time, starting in the hairline and doing little circles right in the spot that we put the cream bronzer in, making sure not to go too far in, stopping kind of like if you made a diagonal line from our eyebrow down, that's where we're stopping. And we're doing very similar with the blush. Light taps, because this does pick up a lot of product from the Patrick Ta Duos. And we're doing the little taps again. Going to use the Iconic Glow Spray. I feel like this really just melts the makeup together. So it's going to be very hydrating feeling. 1, 2, 3. So it does leave your face feeling wet, but it will dry. Don't worry. We're going to use the Taupe Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wisp. We're going to just add a little bit more to her brows. I like to start with a line at the bottom, and then at the arch going down. Like this gives me a good map on where the brows are going to go, or where I want them to go. And then I can fill in from there. And you can do brows before face if you're wanting to really be able to blend, because you don't want to blend too much here and then take off your face makeup. I'm going to use the Rare Beauty Eyebrow Gel to hold them in place, make them look a little bit fuller. This is clear, but you could fast track and do just a tinted eyebrow gel, and then maybe, depending on your brow shape, you could forego actually filling them in at all. My mom is actually the one who got us on the Thrive Cosmetics, and then I told all my friends. So she's the real influencer here. But I'm going to let her do her own mascara. We're going to use the Thrive Cosmetics mascara in the rich black color. I'm going to use this Merit. It's a lipstick pencil. I love it. It stays on for a good while, and it has this like sheer color. It's pretty. Mm-hmm. And it gives color without it being too much. It's just really pretty. You don't have to put gloss on top.
It feels good.
Yeah. Right, the other side. Which this might be easier because I know a lot of times with mature skin lips, it's hard to put a liner on.
Yeah, because of your wrinkles.
Right. So
this will be you can feel
way better,
creamy.
Right.
I like
it's the sheer lip liner signature lip. It's the color Beverly Hills, which is a good like pinky nude.
And who makes it?
It's by Merit. Merit. So what do you think about your makeup? Do you like it?
I love it. Really.
Would you change anything about it? Look at in the closed mirror. You want to change anything?
No. See, like when I put on my eyeshadow, I feel like maybe it's my product. It's a little bit heavier, but I like this because it feels like I don't have anything on, and I think the color's good. So, nope. I like it. Yep.
She wants her hair to be fuller, some texture. So that's what we're going to do. She has very fine hair and not a ton of it. So we're going to work with what we got and make it as big and a tasteful way as possible.
Yes.
We're going to start with this section and we're going to spray it with my Moroccan oil texture spray. You know, she doesn't love the smell, but most people absolutely love the smell. So, well, sorry. That's it. Okay. And then going to tease her roots, holding with tension, and packing it in just a little bit to give her this volume. Using my 1-inch curling iron, I'm going to curl away from her face until I get to the middle, and then I'll switch and curl away from her face on this side, meeting in the middle. I'm going to clamp it pretty close to her roots and then leave like a 1/2 inch out. I'm holding just for a second because we don't really, since our hair is short to medium length, we only are going to get about 1 bend. And I'm going to let it cool before I touch it. I'm going to do one more curl on this side and then move to the other side. Leaving about a 1/2 inch out. Same thing on this side. Just going away from her face over here. And spraying with an airy hairspray, not something too sticky because her hair being so fine, we want to be able to run our fingers through it, and the finer the hair, the quicker it can get crunchy. Okay, I'm repeating these steps now throughout her entire head of hair and not brushing out the previous layer of curls. We're going to do that at the very end. I'm using my fingers just to kind of style and place each curl where I want it. And I like to spray while I'm doing this because spray will get in between the hairs and help it last with fullness for longer than just spraying on top of a curl. Do you like your hair?
I do. I mean, look how full it looks.
Yeah. A lot fuller.
Right there. Right there. Without a halo or any kind of
extension.
Yes. Which I love
Okay.
my extensions. I was just trying to be fun with you.
Okay. Today we did my mom's hair and makeup. It looks so cute. She has fine hair, more on the mature skin, and we created an everyday look that she feels so confident in. Okay, this is our final look. Go up to the camera just a little bit and close your eyes. Show them the look. Turn a little bit so they can see your hair. Beautiful. Turn back. Step back with me. And this is our everyday look for our fine hair, mature skin client.